Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. I'm sitting here at the local Walmart just waiting. And this has been an eventful week. Well, not really, but I'm here to talk about Spark again and some plans for going on road trips and stuff. But now I know this is going on in other parts of the country because I see it in some of the online forums about Spark. And I don't know what's going on. I made a video 2 weeks ago or a few weeks ago about what the heck's going on. Well, it's just getting worse. I know I'm smiling, but I gotta smile to keep from crying, right? But it is getting worse now. You know, when I saw people talk about bots and things like that, I never really put too much thought into that. I wasn't sure if I believed it or not. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I had to check because an offer popped up. Wanted to see what it was, but it was too cheap and too far. So anyway, I never really put too much thought about bots, and I'm still not sure if that's real or not. And for those of you who don't know what that is, that's it's like an app that people can put on their phone, and they program it to intercept orders before they get out to the Spark drivers. And it's not illegal in our whole world, but it is illegal in the Spark world. You're not allowed to do that. But I don't know if that's what's going on. I know some of the store help here has said that they've been having trouble with some of their systems. I don't know what that means because they didn't elaborate on it. But, like, I might have one day out of the week where I manage to do good, you know, and when I say good, I mean over $150. But I haven't been able to make 200 in a long time. You struggle for everything you get. And here, this is what you're doing. Like, okay, we'll pretend this is my phone. And I'm sitting here like this the whole time with my thumb hovering over the phone screen, just hovering and looking at the screen, and you're going, oh, there's one, hit accept. You have to hit accept before you even look at it. You don't have time to look at these orders anymore. You hit accept, and then sometimes you still don't even get the order because it's gone. So I have no idea what's happening, but I got here this morning and it said, you know, the heat map on our app said it was supposed to be busy. Well, there's a lot of orders coming out. 5:45, they started rolling the orders out. And guess what? Now, I know some of you in some of the markets have probably already experienced this, but now they have started rolling out triple shop orders. Yeah. Every order that came out this morning was a triple shop with a heavy item and an apartment. And now the pay, if it was a single shop or maybe even a double shop without the heavy item, it wouldn't have been bad. Maybe I could have taken one of those. But every order that came out except for one was a triple shop. And I don't know about you all, but I get confused enough trying to keep the double shops. You know, what I'm doing with them, because sometimes I get confused. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're trying to be Instacart. I don't know if they're trying to be DoorDash. Maybe our base pay is going to be $2 soon, like DoorDash's is. I don't know. But what I do know is if this doesn't clear up, I don't know if I'm going to have a road trip with my cargo trailer and the dogs this winter. Because I was depending on that level of work from Spark that we have had, which hasn't been the greatest really, but this is worse. I was depending on that to save for my emergency fund and our gas money and all that. So I don't know what's going on. I'll be back soon. Okay, I got an order finally that wasn't a triple shop. I just don't think I'm going to engage with those. I got a double shop. One order only had 3 items. The other one had, I think, 15 or 16. Not very big stuff. And $44 to go 22 miles. And then I think, I don't know if I'm coming back to the store or not, because today was just bonus. I made what I had to have for the week by yesterday, thankfully. And so I don't know if I'm coming back out or not. I might. But while I was in the store shopping, I came around the corner and there was a lady and a man standing there chit-chatting. And I could just tell from what they were saying, they were talking about one of the other stores not too far from here that is notorious for having long waits at the curbside pickup. And I just turned around and I said, "Oh, are you talking about the Johnstown curbside orders?" And they started laughing. They're like, "Yeah, how'd you know?" I said, "Well, ask me how I know." So it was funny. So we were chatting. They weren't thrilled with the way it's been going here lately either with Spark. Nobody is. I haven't met one Spark person that's been happy with the way things have been going lately here. So, when they roll out new upgrades and change the way things are, it always benefits Walmart, but it rarely, if ever, benefits us. So I guess you just gotta roll with the flow, go with the punches, but I can see where it's leading. And I don't know, but my sparking days may be numbered soon, because and here's another thing. They've been sending out a lot of orders. Oh, and of course now it's mulch season, it's spring. So now you get these orders and it'll say only 1 item but 10 quantity or something like that. You have to look at it, because a lot of times it's just a whole order of bags of mulch, which, okay, I understand people are doing their gardens and their walkways and all that stuff. But me, I quit taking orders with heavy cases of water, because I'm no spring chicken anymore. I just physically can't handle it anymore. I've been trying, but every time I do, then I end up with really achy bones. I can't do it, or I'll drop something, and it's just not worth it to me to get hurt. This job does not pay enough for me to get hurt. And then who would care for my doggies? And, so anyway, back to what I was saying about the mulch. So I don't take orders with mulch anymore either. I can tell just the difference with me personally from last year to this year. There's been quite a few large screen TV offers, deliveries between Spark and Rhodey. And I used to love doing those. I even made a couple videos about it. But I just can't seem to physically do it anymore. And I guess so I have to pass on those, But I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. How's it going in your area? I pretty much know the answer to this, I think, but I would like to hear it from you. I'm in a small market. It's mostly rural. I can't imagine what it must be like in the bigger metro areas. I don't know. Anyway, let me know in the comments how it's going for you, where you see Spark going, and do you see a future for us with Spark or not? Because I'm really starting to wonder. All right, I'm going to go deliver this order. Then I'm probably going home for a little while and play with the dogs. Maybe I'll go back out later this evening, before it gets dark. I don't know yet. I'll figure that out later. Anyway, I'll be back with you in a little while. Okay, so I did 2 Spark orders. And I had to scratch for that second one. But I managed to make like $64 between the 2 of them. But right now, I decided to come into the Aldi store, and because I wanted to check their meat aisle, because sometimes they have markdowns, because they need to sell stuff right away. And so I didn't find any meat half off today, but I want to get some of their Irish butter. I love this stuff. So I'm going to get some of that. And I have me 2 packs, 4 little grass-fed ribeye steaks. And that will be 4 meals for me. And I wanted to get a roast, but 1 roast, which would only be 2 meals for me, was going to cost as much as these 4 little steaks. So I can just have steak and eggs and be done with it. So I'm going to go check out with this stuff, see if I can get 1 more Spark order on the way home. So I'll let you know. Well, I'm on my way to the checkout and I find these. It says 0 carbohydrates, no sugar, and just spices and beef and pork. So I'm gonna try these. They're called spicy jalapeno smoked sausages, because that way I can have something to snack on while I'm out sparking. Okay, let me go get checked out and I'll be back with you in a little bit. All right, I put my order that I just bought in Aldi's in my freezer cooler bag that I keep in my van. So I'm going back over to Walmart and see if I could just get 1 more order, maybe going in my home direction. I think that's what I'll do. So, and then I'm going to tell you about my updates I need to do on the cargo trailer. I should have insulated this thing first. I thought I wasn't going to need it. I wasn't planning on being in any really hot or cold environments. But I have been looking into some work camping ideas, where you get a free campsite in exchange for a few hours a week working at their campground. And I found a couple possibilities, but it's in warmer areas where it gets hot. So what I'm going to do, after I get the brakes, rotors, and caliper fixed on this van, which I should be able to make enough money for that by next week, I hope. Then I'm going to Home Depot and buy some insulation, and I'm going to insulate my ceiling with 2 inches thick, because that's where, most of the heat and stuff. Anyway, I know what I mean. And then I'm going to put some Reflectix insulation and some thinner stuff on the walls. And then I'm going to cover it up with some nice, pretty wall paneling. So that pretty peach color is going to end up going away. But then I'll have some insulation, and then I'll be prepared, better prepared for what may be to come. I'll keep you updated on all of that. I just picked up an order through Spark, but it's at Home Depot, and it's going back to the area where my favorite store is. So I snagged that. I didn't get it picked up yet. I got to wait a few minutes. So I'm going to take that, go back up to where my favorite store is, and then maybe I can get a quick order out of there, one more, and then I will be going home. So thanks for watching today, guys. I plan on doing, I was going to do a full walkthrough of my cargo trailer sometime this week. Maybe I will. And then after I do the insulation and the wall upgrades, I will do an update on that later then, I think. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. It looks like the weather's going to be nice here. I hope it's nice where you are too. See you all later, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.